class. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. And my name's Dawn Lofton, a clinical yoga therapist with Om Home Shala. So as you know, I'm leading a class of free yoga Nidra classes for Parkinson's sleep disorders. And I just want to thank the Parkinson's Foundation for this community grant. So thank you so much that's allowed this to be possible. All right, so let's go ahead and just get started with our joint and gland exercises. So you can practice this sitting in a chair. So we're just going to start to warm up the neck. So wherever you're sitting, see if you can just sit with your legs at a 90-degree angle, sit up nice and tall. Press your feet into the ground so you feel connected. Spine tall, and maybe move a little forward on your chair. And we're going to start to warm up the neck a little bit. So go ahead and take your right hand and just place it on the side of your head, and then your left hand out to your side. And you're gently going to bring that right ear to your right shoulder. And just feel that nice stretch on the scalene muscles on your neck. Take 3 breaths here. Even inhales and exhales. And then go ahead and release and come back to center as I let the next person in. Great. All right. And then we'll do the same thing to the other side. So left hand to your head, right arm out, and then just gently bring your ear towards your shoulder if possible. And again, you're just feeling for that sensation of stretch on your side of the neck. 3 even inhales and exhales. And then gently release and come back to center. And we're going to do some more neck preparation. Hi, Jeannie. So sitting up nice and tall, on your exhale, just turn your head to your left. Look over your shoulder, inhale back to center. Exhale, turn your head to your right, looking over your shoulder, inhaling back to center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Good. And now we're going to just work on some things with our hands. So bring our hands out in front of us. So this is to help with us with dexterity in the fingers and the hands. And you're going to close your hand, put your fists inside, and then open and close, fists inside, and just continue to do that as I let Christine in. Hey, Christine. It's working like this. Very good. Opening nice and wide. And now next, we're going to take our arms straight out. Fingertips are going to move up towards the sky. So we're going to work on our wrists. So this is all about your wrists. So exhale, fingers point down to the ground. Inhale, fingers go up to the sky. Good. Exhale, fingers down. Inhale, fingers up. This is all about the wrists, everybody. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Good. Now go ahead and take your thumbs, put inside. So you have your fingers are wrapped around your thumbs, and we're going to do rotations with the wrists. Okay, so this is what it looks like here. And just feel that rotation in your wrists. And now just go the opposite direction. Good. All right. Put your hands down on your lap. And now we're going to work with our shoulders. So bring your shoulders up by your ears, behind you, down your back, forward, up to the ears, behind you, down your back, and just start to roll the shoulders. Just notice how that feels in the shoulders and the back, upper back body and the chest. Good. And now go the other direction. All right. And just release. And now bring the shoulders up to the ears and drop. Shoulders to the ears and drop, just like you're letting go of all that stress of the day. And there you go. One more time. And now let's take our hands straight out in front, palms together, and you're going to interlace your fingers. Okay? And now you're going to go ahead and push your palms out. So really open up your palms of the hands. Now, if you have any rotator issues, you can stay like this and bring the hands back like this. If your rotator cuff is okay, you can inhale the arms overhead, release and come down and bring the elbows close to the body. Fingers are nice and wide. And now exhale and take a baby back bend. Inhale, palms come back together. Interlace your fingers. Push your palms away. Inhale up. Release. Elbows next to the side body. Next inhale, a baby back bend, looking up. And palms come together. One more time. Interlace the fingers. Push away. Inhaling overhead. Releasing, coming down. Elbows close to the body. Your next inhale, you're going to look up, open up the whole chest. And inhale, bring the palms together. Good. All right. So now the next, we're going to work on our shoulders, still continuing with our joint and gland exercises. So you can be seated or you can stand, whatever works for you. So if you're seated, you're just going to start to swing the arms. Just swing the arms like this, not big swings. Notice sensation in the shoulders, in the arms. And now begin to bring a bend into the elbow. Good. Good. Now we're going to start to do a cross. So you're going to bring your arms out, and now you're going to cross one arm over the other, open up, and just alternate. Notice the sensation in the upper chest and the back when you do this. Good. Nice big movements. Excellent. So go ahead and release that, maybe shake it out a little bit. And we're going to continue with a twist. So if you're seated, what you're going to do is you're going to exhale and you're going to turn to your right, just like this. You can grab the back of your chair and then inhale back to center and then exhale the other side. If you're standing, you're going to stand up. I'll come back here. You're going to stand up, open up your feet a little bit, and you're just going to do empty raincoat arms. And as you twist, you're going to pick the heel up on your leg. Your arms can swing and just tap your body. Your choice, your head can stay in the middle, or you can let the head turn with the spine. Just doing that a few times. If you're seated, go ahead and take one more twist to either side. The twisting helps you with digestion. Good. And then come wherever you're at. If you're standing, you can stay standing. If you're seated, you can stay seated, but I'm going to show you the first thing that we're going to do seated. So if you're seated, if possible, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee, and we're going to work on opening up the hip. So then your hands can just go around your knee, and you're just going to rotate it like you're making circles. If you're standing, this will be a little bit more challenging. If you're standing, you can use a chair or a wall. Weight the foot next to the chair or the wall, bend the opposite leg, and then just start to make big circles. Like you have a Crayola on the end of your knee and you're making circles. So just make 6 rotations in one direction and then 6 rotations in the opposite direction. So you're just trying to really open up all those hip flexors. And if you're seated, you're getting a nice benefit that way as well. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and just change legs. So if you're seated, you'll cross the opposite ankle over the opposite knee. Place your hands on the knee and just begin to make rotations. Good. In both directions, don't forget about that. And then go ahead and come back to a seated position. Both feet on the floor. And we're going to do a mudra. And this is a Vaya mudra to help with Parkinson's. And a Vayu, according to the yogis, is winds. We have 5 different winds in the body. And a mudra it can be a peace sign, right? We can wave. You might have seen this before. Okay, so the mudra we're going to do is a therapeutic mudra. And all mudras do is they change the currents in your body. So according to the yogis, Parkinson's is a disease of the wind. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce the amount of wind or air in our body. So it's just like you're changing the circuitry. And this is a mudra that you can practice 3 times a day for 2 minutes. So what you're going to do, it's just a left-handed mudra. I'm going to come a little closer. So you can take your left hand and bend your pointer finger. Now take your thumb and put it right on top of that. So you're going to hold it down. And the other 3 fingers are going to stay straight. If this is challenging, you can take your other hand and you can hold it. Just hold it in place. Hold those other fingers straight or hold that lock you've got there and just place it right there on your knee. Okay, so this is just a mudra gesture for pain relief and for diseases of the wind. And now sitting here, eyes open or eyes closed, let's start to pay attention and be aware of our breath. So as you inhale, feel or sense the warmth of the air through the nostrils. And then exhale, feel the warmth through the nostrils. Inhale, feeling the coolness of the air. And exhale, the warmth of the air. And now just begin to notice your breath. See if you can take a complete belly breath. So as you inhale, the belly expands. And as you exhale, the belly softens. A complete diaphragmatic belly breath. And now just become aware if the breath is a continuous inhalation and exhalation with no pauses, no stopping, Continuous flow of the breath. And now, without any kind of judgment, just notice the tempo of your breath. So is your inhale the same length or tempo as the exhalation? With no judgment, just notice that. And if it is not, see if you can make it even. But if it causes you any kind of stress or anxiety, then just back off of it. But see if you can make the inhale and exhale the same length. The breath should be silent with no wheezing or gasping and smooth like silk. So these are the 5 qualities of the breath, which set us up very nicely for either meditation, relaxation, or the pranayama we're going to do. So the breath or the pranayama we're going to do is just to help us prepare for yoga nidra. So we're going to start with 3 ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. And it's like you're sipping the breath through a straw, a slight constriction of the throat. So take 3 breaths here, even inhale and exhale. Richard?
Yep. Yes.
And remember that I am just leading you through this. Everybody's cadence might be a little different. And now next, we're going to take 5 moon breaths, piercing the moon. And with this breath, we always inhale through the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. We'll take 5 of these. And again, try to make the breath even, but we're all going to be at a different tempo. So you're going to start by just placing your thumb on your right nostril, just gently, you don't have to press hard. And that now take an inhale through the left nostril. When you're ready, close the left nostril and exhale through the right. And when you're ready, close the right nostril and inhale through the left. And do that 4 more times on your own. You can even imagine or sense the incandescent light of the moon underneath the left nostril as you inhale. Really feel the breath as it enters the nose and even hits the back of the throat by the throat and the sinuses. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take 3 more ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat, slight constriction of your throat, like you're sipping the breath through a straw. Do your best to have an even inhalation and exhalation. And then if you're ready, we're going to practice the sun breath. where we always inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left. So when you're ready, go ahead and just gently close the left nostril. Inhale through the right. When you're ready, close the right, exhale through the left. Try your best to have the breath to be even. When you're ready, close the left and inhale through the right. Do that 4 more times on your own. And you can even imagine or sense or feel the sun underneath the right nostril, like you're breathing in the rays of the sun. Welcome, Deborah York. And then when you're ready, and only when you're ready, we're going to conclude with 3 Ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of your throat. Go ahead and take 3 of those breaths, even inhalation and exhalation. And when you have completed this final Ujjayi breath, I'm going to give everyone just about a minute to go ahead and find your space to practice Yoga Nidra. Remember, you can be sitting in a chair, you can be in a recliner, you can be on your yoga mat, you can be on the floor in your bed. I would suggest that you either dim your lights or have a light piece of material to cover your eyes, because light can be very stimulating to the nervous system. You may get chilly as your body starts to relax. So if you have a blanket or a sweatshirt or a hoodie, go ahead and grab that. And in this practice of balance into deep sleep, if you choose to go to sleep and take a nap after this, that's fine. But remember, during the practice itself, you want to remain aware. Mind and body sleep, but awareness stays aware. We're going to shape our breath and move the attention through the stages of relaxation to soothe the body and the mind. And this session, at the end of this practice, it's going to accumulate with resting in a state of ultimate balance and effortlessness, which is a gateway for deep sleep. I'm going to dim my light a little bit and just go ahead and make all your final adjustments. Take your shoulder blades down your back, arms by your side, palms up. Mind returning to a deep rest, calm and ease. And now go ahead, please, and close your eyes and soften the jaw. And for the next few minutes, just become aware of the rise and the fall of your abdomen and the effortless flow of your breath. And now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra for deep sleep. Please set your attention to be aware, to relax, and allow the breath to flow effortlessly, evenly, and smoothly. And as your mind begins to find the breath, begin to find yourself increasingly aware of any imbalances or rushing in the flow of the breath. Please continue to observe the body breathing effortlessly. And become aware of the present moment and what you bring to it physically, mentally, and emotionally, as this moment is unlike any moment before. Be aware of the body and sense any areas that may be holding tension. Start at the crown of the head and notice the eyes, the temples, the back of the head, the scalp, and sense how these areas may be holding tension, constriction, or stress. Notice the physical tension in the throat, in the neck, and where the neck and the skull meet. Become aware of the shoulders. Are they holding any tension or constriction? Observe any restriction in the chest or the breast area, the shoulder blades, the upper arms, even the creases in the elbows. Check in with the forearms, the wrists, the hands. Notice any tightness or constriction in the legs and inner thighs. Perhaps you notice restriction in the calves, the tops of the feet, even the soles of the feet. And now bring your awareness to the mind itself. Notice the quality of attention and what you bring to this moment. Not trying to change it, just notice what you bring to the present moment without judgment. Is the mind distracted? Is it focused? And finally, bring your attention to the distinct emotion or emotions that are present. Your intention is to notice what you bring to the present moment. And sense that present moment awareness is the gateway to undisturbed rest and sleep. Now, please shift your attention to awareness itself, that which is observing the body, your mind, and recognizing the unique qualities of the emotional state and what you bring to the present moment. Now please begin to deepen your breath, shaping your breath so it is smooth, deep, and just emphasize diaphragmatic belly breathing. Bring a kind of whole body awareness to the flow of the breath. As you breathe in, the breath seems to ascend from the soles of the feet and then descend from the crown of the head back to the soles of the feet. Inhale rises from the soles of the feet, purifying the mind and emotions. And as you exhale, the breath descends from the crown of the head as a way of emptying, clearing, and letting go. The mind moves on the flow of the breath, ascending and descending. And now anchoring awareness in the body, bringing its silence and effortless strength. As you exhale, the breath and the wave associated with it descends from the head to the soles of the feet, freeing the body and mind of all burdens. Please continue with diaphragmatic belly breathing for the next minute or so. And as you follow the wave of exhale, you can see all tension, stress, and fatigue draining towards the soles of your feet and emptying. And as you inhale, you sense the body absorbing strength and healing. Continue with the effortless flow of the breath. And now please allow the breath to return to an involuntary flow, no longer shaping the breath. The mind dissolving into an involuntary flow of breath. Relax the body and the mind completely. Observe now the rhythm of your breath is now being shaped and guided by innate intelligence. Have the intention to allow the mind to merge with the breath. Now please move effortless awareness to the crown of the head and relax the crown of the head and the muscles at the top of the skull. See or sense any restriction or tension in this space and completely relax. Soften and release all contraction at the forehead. Relax the space between the eyebrows and the corners of the eyes. Relax. Sensing the eyes sinking into their sockets. All four corners of the eyes deeply relaxed. Sense even your eyeballs healing, resting. The entire field of vision and sight and all of its impressions, allow them to relax. You sense the mind, and the sense of sight returning to silence, to stillness, and bring your attention to the inner ears. In time, you will hear the sound of silence, the current of rest and healing. Bring awareness to the facial muscles, the nose, the jaw. Allow the tongue to widen. All of the facial muscles completely soften, offering the body the gift of rest. Become mindful of the throat and the neck, and notice any holding in that space. And more you become the distant observer. Just surrender and let go. Now please become aware of the shoulders and completely let go of all holding. Awareness of the chest or the breast area, relax. And please be aware of the heartbeat. Have the intention that the heart finds its own ideal rhythm. You are returning to innate healing, deep rest, and effortlessness. And now please bring your awareness to the abdomen and all of the digestive organs. Relax. Sense the organs softening, resting, effortless awareness at the abdomen. Awareness to the lower back and the sacrum. Memory dissolves, and you are succumbing to the rhythm of sleep. Both legs are open to earth, releasing all contraction in the legs, from the toes all the way to the hip joints. The legs completely succumb. Release all constriction, holding, and thought in the legs. Now relax the toes one by one. Sense warmth in both of the big toes. Awareness in the second toe, left and right. Relax the whole body. Third toes, left and right. Relax. Fourth toes, left and right. Relax. All toes are warm. All toes are resting. Both little toes, left and right. Mind absorbed in the little toes. Now, please move your awareness to both ankles, perceiving left and right. And if you notice any imbalance, that one ankle is easier to perceive than the other, move your awareness to the weaker ankle so that the experience is balanced between the left and the right. Both knees, just become aware of both knees and observe if perhaps you perceive one more easily than the other. Now balance the feeling between the left and the right. More and more as you create the sense of balance between the left and the right, you begin to perceive them as one. Bring your awareness to both hips, aware of the left and the right hip joint, and balance the feeling between the left and the right hip joint. Eventually, the left and right become one. And please do the same with the wrists. Left and right, balance. Balance the feeling between the two. And then reach a point of balance where the two wrists become one. Both elbows, through deep rest, you balance both elbows and sense yourself expanding into boundless sleep. Left and right sides of the chest eventually become one. Both eyes. And notice if you feel or sense the left or right eye more easily. Balance the feeling and sense the two eyes as one. Both inner ears. Balance the feeling of the inner ears. Two become one in deep sleep. All distinction gives way to oneness. The ultimate sense of ease. And now please move awareness to the flow of the breath, moving through the nostrils. Notice a very subtle distinction of the flow of the breath, moving through the left and the right nostril. Have the intention to gradually notice any distinction between the left and the right. The breath will become balanced. See or sense the breath through the left and the right nostril, becoming perfectly balanced and even. Now invite perception to transition from the finite to the infinite field beyond the mind. Sense yourself transitioning to enter sleep, limitlessness. Silence takes you by the hand and leads you home, and you rest wholly in being. Resting in the cradle of the infinite, of deep sleep.
It's on mute.
If you like, you can stay where you're at. If you're lying down, you can roll to one side and pause there. There's no rush to get up. Again, to deepen the breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring some gentle movements into the head and neck. And if you're ready, you can open your eyes and sit up. And the practice for Yoga Nidra for sleep is complete.